Have you noticed how some startups seem to explode overnight, going from just an idea on a whiteboard to a multi-million-dollar business in just a year? It almost feels like they know something the rest of us don't. And the truth is, they actually do. Because behind every winning startup, there's a hidden toolkit, the set of tools that saves time, cuts costs, and helps them scale faster than their competitors. Today, we're going to break down those exact tools, the ones that startups are switching to in 2025, and why these tools are powering the next generation of billion-dollar companies. And here's the best part. Most of these tools aren't just for massive companies with deep pockets. They're affordable, accessible, and built for speed. So whether you're a solo founder, a small team, or already scaling, you can use these same tools to give yourself a serious edge. Chapter 1: The Shift in Startup Mindset. 5 years ago, startups would stack dozens of different tools to build their workflows. They'd have one tool for project management, another for marketing, another for data, another for design. It worked, but it was chaotic. Teams spent more time switching between apps than actually building their product. But now the game has changed. Winning startups aren't chasing more tools. They're chasing smarter tools. The trend is clear: less clutter, more consolidation. AI is merging categories, and all-in-one platforms are replacing messy stacks. This isn't just about convenience. It's survival. When you're a lean startup, every wasted minute, every extra subscription, every manual task, it slows you down. And the startups that win are the ones who can move the fastest. That's why they're switching to tools that automate, integrate, and centralize everything in one place. Chapter 2: Communication and Collaboration. Let's start with the lifeblood of every startup: communication. In the past, startups would rely on Slack for chat, Zoom for calls, and email for external communication. That worked, but it created silos. Now, many winning startups are moving to tools like Notion and ClickUp, which combine documentation, project management, and communication in one hub. Why? Because context switching kills productivity. Instead of jumping between a Slack thread and a Notion doc, everything is right there, in one workspace. But that's not the only shift. Startups are also adopting Loom for async video communication. Instead of wasting 30 minutes scheduling a meeting, founders record a quick 3-minute Loom to explain progress, demo a feature, or walk through a design. This saves hours per week and keeps teams aligned without constant Zoom fatigue. And here's where AI sneaks in. Tools like Firefly's, AI and Otter. AI are recording, transcribing, and summarizing calls automatically. That means every meeting has notes, action items, and highlights ready instantly. No one has to say, "Wait, what did we decide again?" Chapter 3: Product Building and Development. If communication is the nervous system of a startup, then product is the heart. And here, the shift is dramatic. The old way: hire expensive developers, spend months coding, burn through funding before even launching an MVP. The new way: winning startups are embracing no-code and low-code tools. Platforms like Bubble, Glide, and Softer are powering real businesses. Founders are launching SaaS apps, marketplaces, and internal tools without writing a single line of code. And this isn't just for prototypes anymore. Some Bubble apps are generating millions in revenue, serving thousands of users daily. For startups with technical teams, AI coding assistants like GitHub Copilot and Amazon Code Whisper are doubling productivity. Instead of spending days debugging, developers can ship features twice as fast. Elon Musk even said his AI coding tools are helping teams write 40% of their code automatically. That's not hype, that's reality. Winning startups understand speed is the real currency, and tools that help you launch faster are non-negotiable. Chapter 4: Marketing and Growth. Now, let's talk about the engine of any startup: growth. You might have the best product in the world, but if nobody knows about it, you're dead in the water. Here's what is happening in 2025. Startups are moving away from hiring giant marketing agencies. Instead, they're switching to AI-powered marketing tools that give them the power of a full marketing team for a fraction of the cost. Take Jasper AI and Copy AI. They generate ad copy, email sequences, and landing page headlines in seconds. That's hours saved every single week. For design, startups are leaving expensive creative agencies behind and using Canva or Figma with AI plugins. Want a landing page mockup? Done in minutes. Need ad creatives? Generated instantly. And here's the kicker: startups are adopting growth analytics platforms like Mixpanel and Amplitude. Why? Because guessing is a death sentence. Winning startups don't guess what's working, they measure it. They track every user click, every sign-up funnel, every retention curve. That way, they know exactly where to double down. Chapter 5: Sales and Customer Success. The next frontier? Customer relationships. In the past, startups would cobble together spreadsheets, CRMs, and email tools. But today, they're switching to smarter, AI-driven platforms. HubSpot remains a classic, but newer players like Pipedrive and Close are making waves, especially with built-in automation. AI is scheduling follow-ups, drafting personalized emails, even scoring leads, so sales teams focus only on the best prospects. For customer success, startups are adopting Intercom and Zendesk with AI bots. This means customers get instant answers 24/7, while humans only step in for complex issues. The result? Lower churn, higher retention. Winning startups know that acquiring a customer is expensive, but keeping one is priceless. That's why these customer-first tools are non-negotiable. Chapter 6: Money and Operations. Let's be real. Startups live or die by cash flow. And here too, tools are evolving fast. Instead of clunky spreadsheets, startups are moving to Ramp and Brex for modern expense management. They're switching to Stripe not just for payments, but for entire billing systems, including subscriptions and invoicing. For global teams, tools like Deal and Remote are essential. They let startups hire talent from anywhere in the world legally, compliantly, and quickly. Before these tools, hiring an overseas employee could take months. Now, it takes hours. This operational speed is why winning startups scale with tiny teams. They don't waste months setting up payroll or hour. They use tools that automate it from day one. Chapter 7: AI Agents and Automation. Here's the real game changer. Winning startups are going all in on AI agents and automation. Instead of hiring a big support team, they build AI-powered workflows with Zapier, Make, and LangChain agents. Instead of manually analyzing data, they let AI dashboards give them instant insights. Some startups even run with what's called a minimum human team, just a few founders, supported by dozens of AI workflows. Imagine one person managing customer support, marketing, finance, and reporting, all because AI agents are doing the heavy lifting. This is the secret weapon that separates winning startups from struggling ones. They're not just working harder, they're working smarter and letting automation multiply their output. Chapter 8: Why startups are switching. So why exactly are startups switching to these tools? The answer comes down to 3 words: speed, cost, and focus. Speed, because every day wasted is a day your competitor is catching up. Cost, because the right tools replace entire teams, saving tens of thousands in salaries. Focus, because when tools handle the repetitive work, founders can focus on strategy, product, and growth. The old way of doing business, bloated teams, bloated budgets, and bloated tool stacks, is dying. The new way, lean teams powered by AI-first tools, is the future. Chapter 9: The Bigger Picture. And here's something powerful to think about. 10 years ago, building a startup meant raising capital just to afford servers, developers, and basic infrastructure. Today, thanks to these tools, one person in their bedroom can build a SaaS company that competes with giants. The playing field has been leveled. The gap between idea and execution has never been smaller. And the startups that are winning aren't the ones with the most money, they're the ones with the smartest stack. Chapter 10: Final thoughts. So, let's wrap this up. The tools every winning startup is switching to are not just shiny objects. They're survival tools. They're the reason small teams can scale into massive companies faster than ever before. Communication: Notion, ClickUp, Loom. Product: Bubble, Glide, GitHub Copilot. Marketing: Jasper, Canva, Mixpanel. Sales and support: HubSpot, Intercom, Zendesk with AI. Operations: Stripe, Deal, Ramp. Automation: Zapier, Make, AI agents. This is the stack of winners. And if you're serious about building a startup in 2025, you need to start switching too. Because the truth is, the gap between winning and losing startups isn't luck, it's tools. And that's the breakdown: the exact tools every winning startup is switching to and why they matter. Now, I'd love to hear from you. If you were building your startup today, which tool would you start with first? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more deep dives into SaaS, AI, and the future of startups. Who knows? The next winning startup we cover could be yours.